This is the first tour of the Honda Prelude. Finally, a car from Honda again that is just about fun, because we know Honda is about practical cars, everyday cars, but this one here, as you can obviously see from the exterior, about emotion. But I can tell you, these practical values are still given with this vehicle. I'll soon show you what I mean. So everything we know so far in exterior and interior with Thomas and Autogefühl in 4K, full screen, full length. Let's go with the Honda Prelude, which comes from this French word of the musical kick-off and would be with an accent as well in the French pronunciation. It would be like prelude. So you can decide if you rather spell it American or French. And you can see here the striking blue color, really beautiful, sensual design, also with the modern daytime running lights. It looks extremely sporty, not only from the front. You can see here this vertical marking also in the lower part, but even more so in the side profile, because there we have the typical coupe shape. It's been a while since the Prelude was on the market, was dead for quite a while. Now they decided to bring it back, sharing the genes with the Honda Civic, in specific actually with the Honda Civic Type R. So it takes chassis parts from the Type R, it takes suspension from the Type R, and also performance brakes, for example here with blue calipers fitting then, well, not 100% to the exterior color, a little bit darker. These are also then the black wheels, 19-inch, they are also standard. And the suspension is also adaptive, so we can vary it a little bit in driving. Towards the rear, you can see his very, very central hip. So from design, I really love it. Tell me in the comments if you do so as well. And the light strip here goes all the way through. Once again, this vertical marking to have the symmetry here in the lower part. So really a pure design object by Honda. But I can already tell you so far, I'll go into detail very soon. Here, this is like a lift back rear, so you will also have the flexibility to load things in quite easily. Under the hood, there's the 2-liter EHEV hybrid engine, 200 horsepower. We don't have an acceleration figure yet, but we try to organize that for you as soon as possible. You can also see here these orange hybrid cables and so on, so all whereas there's the high voltage system. And interesting thing about this one is that this EHEV system means you can drive pure electric, you can drive in the hybrid mode, so both together, and you can also drive directly with the combustion engine. And it always depends on the situation. Direct combustion engine would be constant speed motorway, like 100 kilometers, 120 kilometers, 60, 70 miles per hour. Then it's most efficient to really directly use the combustion engine. Pure electric, in the city, for example, when there's enough power in the buffer battery, you drive at slow speeds and so on. And also pure electric when you have the maximum acceleration. Really hit the throttle, and then the combustion engine is still on, but then serves as a generator. But then you get the maximum boost with the electric drivetrain. So it's really interesting how they combine each situation and so on. And that is also supposed to make the system efficient. And we also tried it in some other Hondas already. Specific here for the Honda Prelude is that you get the S Plus shifting. That is an emulated shifting. So the car will pretend it has an 8-speed gearbox, and then you can actually shift in the vehicle, although there is no real shifting happening. And what this one is also introducing here is a coasting mode. That means, you know, like some other vehicles you maybe know, or some mild hybrids, that can really just roll and be most efficient in the rolling then. I don't know if you share my opinion, because design is always a lot of opinion. And sometimes you agree with me, sometimes not, but that's totally fair. But this time I'm really blown away by the design in a positive way. I just love it from every angle, no matter front, side or rear. What about you? Here to the trunk, because I said it's also practical in a sense, because we have this liftback or fastback trunk here, and so you can load it in and out like an estate vehicle. Here, this one also fits in vertically, no problem. Then we have 1 meter or 40 inches in width here. Then the standard length, probably here at the bottom. So this is about 90 centimeters, 35 inches. And then this lower part we can just lift up. In this case, there's just here the emergency set underneath. And we can also reach over, at least if you have long arms, and then fold the seats right here. Of course, you are limited in height. If we maybe take this height here, this would be about 17 inches, 45 centimeters. But here then the length to the seats as we would be driving. That would be here 1 meters 55 or 61 inches. So indeed, you can drive sporty, but also with some luggage. And fun fact, you know I always love these fun facts, they actually designed the capacity of the loading area in a way that it does fit 4 complete sport tires that you can carry to a track day, to the racetrack, and then switch them and then carry them back again, so that you can do that all with your own vehicle without using a trailer or something like that. So yeah, that would be something for Leah, right? She would totally do that, yeah. Then to the interior, small Honda key fob. Then these door handles, they will come towards you when you open the vehicle. Then door closing sound is really solid, like that. Beeping because of the ignition. Then here on the inside we have soft touch and also a structure on the inside. Then here we have leatherette surfaces for the elbow inside of the doors. Classic window levers, also simple and easy control for the side mirrors. I like to mention that always because these controls at some vehicles get more and more complicated, so I'm happy when it is just intuitive. Inside of the doors, this is not covered whatsoever. Windows here, let's check. No dual insulation, but not too thin. Then the interior, we do see some Civic elements, but there's also something specific. Here the steering wheel a little bit flat at the bottom, high gloss black use here, contrast stitching in blue. Then we have real buttons at the steering wheel with click, you can hear that, with nice clicking sound. Here for example for the volume, also right side for the cruise control. I love these mesh grids here, racing design. We know it also from the Civic, also from the Accord. This is pretty cool actually for the air vents. This also has somewhat soft touch on the dashboard, a little bit I would say. Then these special sport seats, they are available in this scheme here, blue and white. If that's too fancy for you, you can also get them in black. That would also be possible. Outside here is leatherette. I don't have the specific information on the inside materials yet, but I can try to deliver that as soon as possible. Then let's take a seat. Take a seat, young Skywalker. And then here, headroom with 189, 6'2". Still some headroom left. And these seats are indeed sporty, but they're not that uncomfortable actually. Here on the driver's seat, they are quite tight here in this area, and this is also intentional because what they do is they have a specific seat for the driver and for the, I always say, co-driver, especially in the sporty car, right? So passenger seat and driver seat is a little bit different. We can soon try to switch and see if I realize that there's a difference, because the passenger seat is supposed to be a little bit more open in this area, and this one here on the driver's side. But I would actually say, also if I ask Leah, actually it should be tighter on the passenger side, yeah, right? Because I can hold on to the steering wheel, but the passenger is always like not holding onto the steering wheel. So that's, I mean, I understand the thought. If you think about, hey, it's mainly like a driver's focused vehicle and like maybe you take it to the racetrack, I don't know. But you can also understand like Leah's argument, right? That she should actually be more held tight on the passenger seat, right? We'll find out very soon. And here, steering wheel up and down, in and out. Can find a good position as a tall driver. Then also here with the shifting pedals. And this will then also be part of this S Plus shifting system. And also important to mention here, before we get to the cockpit, here there's like the belt is being held here, but you could also, remove that actually, because that might be necessary here, because then you can actually get to the rear seats. There we go, and there's this lever here. And then you can take a look at the rear seats. Yeah, I mean, for 2 people, theoretically, there's ISOFIX as well, but I think I don't even have to test that, you know. I mean, I would like to, but I think I just can't, you know. There is no legroom, you know, so this is just for additional luggage maybe, or for children and so on. I mean, what we could theoretically try is maybe when Leah gets on the passenger seat, and then we can check if I can sit behind it on the passenger side. So now the test. Yeah, it's a little bit more open in this area. I gotta say though, it is still a seat that closes you in, but indeed a little bit less than the driver's seat. So yes, it feels a little bit more, maybe a little bit more open, more comfortable, but it won't, you know, hold you that tight. And yeah, that is left for discussion, definitely. Interesting detail, by the way, here. The frame number is underneath here. Look at that. Interesting, right? That's funny. You can see also here how cars are insulated from the lower part.
You have a sponge for outside.
Oh yeah, a sponge for outside. I'm not sure if you should clean the car with that one. Yeah, but now we also want to try if Leah takes a seat right here, and if there is a chance I could fit in the back. Let's see about that. So now Leah can go forward a little bit. Yeah, like this. That's it. Can you sit like this? No. Let's be realistic. That's still fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's see.
For a shorter trip, maybe.
Okay, let's see if I can then still fit in there. I see the comments coming in. It's a meme here on our channel that when there's a very tight back seat, and you know I'm not too small, that there's the time code indication of Thomas in the back seat. So yeah, feel free to have fun on my expense. Let's just try it. So from the feet, so far it works. Let's put it back as. That's what. Yeah. That's. I think she was. Oh no, that doesn't work that way. I have to. There's a lever here. I think. Was it like this? Yeah. Like this. Yeah. Actually, from my knees, it does work. From the knees, you know. So.
That's it.
Maybe
when you lean back. Yeah.
So I'm surprised it works from the knee room. So I could sit here. I could not sit hinter myself from the knee room. That's not possible. But
behind yourself. You said hinter.
So I could maybe.
Hinter is the German word.
Yeah. Hinter is like behind.
And repeat.
Hinter.
Thomas.
Yeah. And be careful because hintern with an N. That's like in German. Yeah. Yeah, you see, so I could sit like here and then enjoy that I have enough legroom, but I would probably go out of the car and be Quasimodo. And now to the cockpit here in the front. It's also a little bit soft touch here with the structure and a nice brighter area. This is not, it looks like microfiber, but it's actually not. It's a little bit harder, but it looks like it specifically. And also fits to the seats, of course, in this case in here. Once again, the mesh design, that's pretty cool. Infotainment system, not too large, not too small. There will be Apple CarPlay, Android Auto available as well. You still have some real buttons, also for example here for the volume. And I'm happy to have real climate unit here as well, and with clicking sound. So that's cool. Here. Now you can also see how the temperature is moving right here. So that's here. That's one of the coolest clicking sounds in the car industry at the moment. This is like really Audi-esque, so to speak, but now Audi wants to bring it back as well. Two USB-C chargers, inductive charger in the front. This is not ventilated though. This will be the activation for the S Plus shifting system, for this shifting emulation. Then you also have driving modes, including a GT mode. And this is where you select the gears with pressing the button. Cup holders are adaptive, that's good. Then here, armrest, could maybe be a little bit softer, some space underneath. So a very functional interior, I like it design-wise and also from the functionality and the real buttons and so on. Yeah, and then we also have digital instruments in this case, but they're very clear to read and they also adapt to the driving modes. The only thing I do notice at this moment, there is a kind of distinct chemical-like smell in this car, which is not too pleasant. I hope this goes away soon. So indeed, once again, a stunning model here from the exterior from Honda. I really love the exterior design. I will find more out about the interior and stuff, more of the details, technical specs and so on, that they can deliver soon more information to you. And for now, you can tune in to more Honda reviews here on Autogefühl.